We're back for another ESG Football 24 player build video, and ESG is an 11-on-11, 7-on-7 free-to-play online game available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, where you take your build online and you go against other peeps online, man. I'm excited to have this one drop pretty soon. I gotta hit the owner up and see when this thing's dropping, man, because I'm excited and chomping at the bit. This is a game I really want to play. But today, crew, we're building the man, the myth, the legend, Ray Lewis, baby! Middle linebacker extraordinaire, played for the Baltimore Ravens, and he played college at the U, so you know I gotta show the man some love. And massive shout out to your boy BT, who dropped in the comments that he wanted to see this Ray Lewis build. So without further ado, crew, we're about to get into this video. If you enjoy this series and want to see other builds, drop in the comments below who else you want to see me build, and we'll get to it. And be sure to also like, comment, and subscribe, baby. Let's get into this video, baby. Let's go! All right, crew, so we're getting into this one. We're building the man, Ray Lewis, number 52 for the Baltimore Ravens. This guy was an absolute animal on the field. What do you call field general? And arguably, I think he had the best Madden. He was the Madden cover, I believe it's like Madden 05 when they introduced the hit stick. And Madden 05, crew, if y'all weren't old enough to play that one, you got to go back and get on some history, y'all. That game was sick. Probably one of my favorite Maddens of all time. 06, 05, and even NCAA was sick. So we're going to start off with the man Ray Lewis, number 52. And we're going to start with his height first, like we always do. He was 6'1", 250. That's a freaking unit, isn't it? 6'1", 250, the way he played. Absolute animal on the field. Fast, had incredible field vision, was an amazing field general, and he just had the nose for the ball. Not only was he a massive hitter, he would put himself in places like, especially like I'm thinking like when he had zone coverage, like he made some great interceptions. I wouldn't say he was like a massive, zone coverage type of linebacker, but he was an impact player to say the least. So let's jump over to the skill set and let's start building this man out. We have our 8 slots like we do, and I know we have to start with backbreaker for at least 3 of them for darn sure, because his hit power has to be, in my mind, it has to be at a 99, and even his tackle has to be up there. So we're going to put backbreaker to start for the first 3 skill sets on this tree, and that gives us our points. We have 21 tackling right now. Hit power is at a 97, pursuit is a 90, strip is at 89, tackles at an 83, physicals at 6 right now. His acceleration, agility is a 69, endurance is 99, jump is a 78, speed is a 60, stamina 99, strength is a 76, and blocking has 6 points, impact, block, pass rush, and then engaging. So block, shed, finesse, rush, that's at 70, 63, 64, and 78 with that run stop. So we're going to build this out a little bit more. I want to get his tackling or his hit power all the way up to that 99. So I'm looking at doing tackler, be a good one. Let me see what stats tackler is going to give us. And hold on, why is giving 4 backbreakers to take us down to an 83? That doesn't make any sense. Let me put tackler as at least 2 of these slots to start right now. This is what I'm thinking. So tackler, yeah, okay, so that's bumping our stats up a lot better. So we have 3 backbreaker right now, 2 tackler. Let me go through these stats. Let me look at, because I want to at least put like where he has some speed on him, because he was pretty fast, I would say. Pretty fast dude, and could cover ground very quickly, especially when it came to scraping and getting to an open hole and filling the gap. He was a beast at that. So I was gonna I'll put speedster, 2 speedster on him, and that's gonna take our speed up to an 83. It seems accurate to me. So speed up to an 83 on that one, with 2 speedster. So 2 tackler, 2 speedster. We have 1 more, which will be lane stuffer would be a freaking good one. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it up, crew. So this is what I have. I have 3 backbreaker right now because the guy his hit power was through the freaking roof, man. That guy could separate you from the ball, make impact plays, just massive hitter. And that's when you could play ball, where you could hit and without getting all these penalties like they do in football nowadays, which is absolute trash. But that's another story. This is when you could be a freaking banger, and it was allowed. So 3 backbreaker to start. I have 1 tackler. I have 1 lane stuffer. I say lane stuffer because when a lane or a gap opened, he filled the gap like nobody's business, crew. So I think those had to be like I had to double those up. So I put lane stuffer. And then for speedster, he had incredible closing speed, getting to the ball, being able to scrape over the top of his D line and making a play from sideline to sideline. He had that covered. And even when he dropped back into coverage and made plays from a coverage standpoint, he was able to make those plays and make break up passes. So that's what I have right now. I have 3 backbreaker, 1 tackler, 2 lane stuffer, and 2 speedster. And right now our points are allocated. Well, we have the available points. We have 30 in physical, 32 in tackling, 8 in coverage, 4 special teams, 0 rushing, 10 blocking, and 22 engaging right now. And 0 on passing, receiving, rushing as well. I feel like I'm happy with that because I really want to make him, sort of top heavy in the defensive department. So physical, tackling, engaging, and blocking are my big ones that I'm focused on. Even coverage. Coverage, I just leave it an average right now, where it's like the play recognition needs to be the highest, I would say, because he wasn't doing a lot of coverage. But when he did do coverage, he could stick to a person, man. The dude was freaking fast. I think, what did he run, like a 4.4 or 4.5, somewhere around there? I knew he had some freaking wheels. But let's move it over, crew. Let's go to the badges. We're gonna start with blocking. Blocking, we have 10 available, and we have to go through it. So block aid is the entire offensive line. Impact block rating. Dog pound is the entire block rating for the line. Electrify. So we're gonna put electrify at silver to start. We're gonna do 1 silver on electrify. Glue trap run block rating. Trailblazer is strength. We're gonna put Trailblazer up at silver badge. I think that seems good for right now. Pass block rating defenders that perform a bull rush against players that perform a bull rush. I'll put that up there. But I know this is just for blocking, but what's coming to mind is when an O lineman would come and try to engage with him. I feel like I know what bull rushing is when a defender comes and blows through an offensive lineman, but my thought process is when an offensive lineman's coming to engage with him and like trying to bulldozer him and trying to pancake him, I think the matador aspect of it, where he can button him up, he can just press the guy out, and then he can shed the block super fast. So in a way, it's sort of like a hybrid, I would say, offensive, defensively. I'm going to use this blocking in my mind as like he's able to be the matador on a defensive standpoint and moving the offensive line away. So that's why I go with the matador on that one. Impact block rating, perform a cut block. Cut block is good. I like demolition, man. So I like matador and electrify. So what I'm going to do here, just to start it out for blocking, demolition and trailblazer are at silver right now, and for gold I have electrify and matador. And so electrify is the higher rating after performing a highlight play, and so that's the beast mode ability, and the guy is a freaking beast. Matador is when the block rating against a bull rusher, and I'm counting a bull rusher or somebody just trying to engage with them as the matador. So we'll leave that at gold. Now 2 gold, 2 silvers right now, and let's move on to coverage. Coverage, he would be, I think, let's see what we have here. Active hands, extending the ball to catch the ball. Air bandit, catching an interception. He could pick the ball. We'll put that at a gold right now, or a bronze right now. Performing a successful swat on the ball. Air defense, put that at a bronze right now to start. Aggressive break on the ball has to go up to a gold at minimum, I would say. The guy, he covered from hash to hash or sideline to sideline. He had the field covered no matter where that went. Tip drill's good. We'll just leave it for right now. Increase how quickly a defender can recover after performing an aggressive break on the ball. Recovery was really good. I'll put that at a silver. Lurk, the entire secondary, man coverage rating, influence. So influence, I think influence has to be up there. So I'm gonna drop air bandit and air defense down. I'm gonna put influence up to a silver, because as a field general, which is what he was on the field, he had such a command presence to where his influence would make everybody else on the field better. And if y'all remember the Ravens defense back when they won the Super Bowl, that early 2000s, that was arguably the greatest defense of all time. You have the Chicago Bears back in the 70s or 80s, and then you have the Baltimore Ravens, which is just an insanely talented defense. Would they have Ed Reed? Man, they have some freaking just pure ballers on that. We got to make an Ed Reed build. But with Ray Lewis, he had that influence to where he can influence the defense to make spectacular plays, and that guy was an incredible leader, not only from the way he played, but just from a command presence standpoint. The guy was incredibly vocal and got the team pumped up. So influence is going to be at a silver to start right now. Zone coverage, I'm leaving those down for right now. Slithering tip. I really feel like, oh, this is a tough one. Increase how defender can recover after an aggressive break on the ball. So I'm going to leave it like this for right now, crew. I'm going to leave 2 gold where we have influence and ball hawk. Let me look at ball hawk again. Aggressive break, speed on ball. Okay, so I'm going to leave ball hawk and influence at gold right now. And then I'll put recovery at a silver. Let me know what you would do on this one, crew. I feel like influence, I want it to be higher because, you know, I feel like the impact that he had on his team as a whole, yeah, it was like GOAT level, honestly. So I may play around with this one, but I'll just leave it there for right now. 2 gold on influence, ball hawk, and silver for recovery. Engaging, we have 22 points available here. Block shedding, we have solidified to avoid being cut block. So a solidified has to be up there, gold. Block shedding has to be up there as a gold. He can shed a block. He can avoid being cut block. Neutralizing the pass rusher, tornado, successful spin move, trench disruptor, engaging, strength rating when engaged in a run block. We have raging bull, performs successful bull rush. Ferocity will not be neutralized. Will be a gold. Equalizer, stop the run against impact blocks. Athlean, a swimmer, and then avoid punishment. I've never really seen him get freaking just punished that I can think of. Nothing comes to mind. So we're gonna put armbar up at a gold. Ferocity, we'll leave that at a gold right now as well. Stop rating against impact blocks. We'll see. We'll play around with that one. Neutralizing a pass rusher. Tornado, successful spin move, trench disruptor. Okay, so I say trench disruptor has to be a gold. Because even when like a run block is happening, he's able to shed that block and make the play. Or even when he's engaged, he's able to separate and allow his other guys to come in to make the play on the ball. And like I mentioned, there's nothing I can think of. I'm sure it's football, so everybody's gonna get theirs one way or another in the game. But I can't think of a time where he just got completely obliterated that comes to mind. So I'll just leave it like that. I feel like that's gonna be good for right there. Tamer, neutralizing a pass rusher. Stop rating its impact blocks. So I'm gonna put solidified at a Hall of Fame, shredder at a Hall of Fame, armbar at a Hall of Fame, ferocity, trench disruptor, all at Hall of Fames. That's what I'll stick with, because raging bull is a successful bull rush move. So I have 4 Hall of Fames right now. Armbar, which is our strength. Armbar is probability of avoiding punishment. We have shredder, which is, you know, shedding a block. We have solidified, which avoids being cut block, which I feel like he did really good, because playing the middle linebacker position, you have to be really good at pushing the lineman's head down if they try to cut block you. So he had innate ability to do that. Trench disruptor, that's engaged with the run block. He could shed him and even allow his other guys to make the play. So I feel like that's going to be solid at a Hall of Fame level there. And we have 2 at gold, Raging Bull and Ferocity. Raging Bull is the bull rush, and Ferocity is a pass rusher, will not be neutralized. So that feels good to me right there. Passing, there's no stats. Physical, absolutely. Put his muscle up there for strength. Put that at a GOAT level to start. Monster, like I said. We're going to leave that there. Quick adjuster, performing a playmaker mechanic. That has to go at a GOAT level for me too. I've mentioned it several times already. His ability to play the game from sideline to sideline and get to where he needed to be on the field, whether he was chasing down a runner or dropping into coverage, whatever have you, that man had the ability to make those quick adjustments. So his agility was on point. And I think those 2 at GOAT level. Muscle for the strength, quick adjuster for the acceleration, and breaking on the ball and getting to wherever the ball is on the field, because he had a nose for the ball. So I'll leave that at there. Shifty's the agility rating. Skywalker's jump. Energizes endurance. He's a very durable athlete. We'll start that off at Hall of Fame. Cheetah is acceleration. We'll do that at a gold to start. All day is endurance penalty, performing elusive moves. That's going to be at, I'll put that at a Hall of Fame. Afterburner speed rating. His speed's already high, I think, within the game. I think we have him like at an 83 or 84 or something right now. This badge is going to bump him up to that 90 where I want him to be. So that's going to, I feel like that's where he could accelerate and he can make a play on the ball. So speed, all day. Cheetah, I'm going to bump that up one more. Quick strafe was defender strafe speed. Agility rating, jump rating, center fielder endurance for elusive moves. I say quick strafe. So okay, so this is what I have, crew. This is what I'm thinking. At the GOAT level, we have muscle and quick adjuster. Muscle because his strength, and quick adjuster because his ability to cover the field no matter where the ball is, or the the ball carrier, wherever, whatever have you. He's going to get there. 3 Hall of Fames: Afterburner, Cheetah, and Energize. Afterburner is going to give us that acceleration and speed that we're looking for. Cheetah is, what is it? Cheetah is our acceleration. Afterburner is going to give us the speed. Cheetah is going to give us the acceleration. So that combo of having the speed and acceleration is going to be beneficial. That guy could fly around the field, and he was fast. He was fast as hell, man. So we're going to roll with that. Energize, because that guy was like the Energizer Bunny, man. He had the endurance, he had the durability, never left the field for being tired. So endurance is up there at the Hall of Fame level. And 2 at gold on all day. This is decrease the penalty when performing an elusive move. And so I think elusive moves, I would think like shedding the block, dropping into pass coverage, and like switching his attention from, checking the receiver, picking out a running back, and having to cover them. So that's what I'm thinking there for the elusive move skill, being able to change on a quick time or whatever. And quick strafe is the defender's strafe speed. So when I'm thinking of strafe speed, as like playing linebacker, you have to be able to strafe well enough and like scrape across the line. And when you're scraping, what I mean is like if the running back is taking off to like your left side of the field, you want to be able to trail him by strafing, on his inside shoulder. So you want to at least keep pushing him outside, because the more, if you overcommit and you get on his outside shoulder, the running back has the ability to cut back in and you leave a lane open. So that quick strafe, I feel like, is an ability that he had, and he was just exceptional at it, because he rarely allowed a running back to get away from his vision and cut back and create and leave lanes open. So I think quick strafe is going to be monumental to this build for him. Receiving, we have no points in this one, which is fine, and I might have to play around with the build and get some points around receiving, but we're going to make him a defensive heavy build and just make him more like a one-sided player at this point. Rushing, there's nothing on this one either, and I still think we have to put some things in rushing as well, because I think when he picked the ball and making plays happen, but he's a defensive heavy build is what I remember him as, and I believe the type of impact that he had on the field, I remember him for mostly being a game breaker on the defensive side of the ball. He did make plays happen when he did intercept the ball and things like that. Those were few and far between. I remember the massive hits and those type of jaw-breaking collisions that man created. So rushing and receiving, I might have to play with them a little bit once I settle and look at this one, but they're 0 right now. And for special teams, nothing on special teams like we do Lionheart, like we've been doing. Return hands rating, focus. I think just leave the focus at a Hall of Fame level. He wasn't a special teams player that I can remember. Ed Reed was more of the special teams player that was the build that I would have to make this one look a little bit better for Ed Reed. But yeah, I'll just leave focus on there because that's return field rating, and we'll just leave it at that for there. And tackling is where we have the majority of our points, which is 32 available upgrades. And we have Devastator has to be at a GOAT level. Said it a million times before. This guy could lay the wood. Ray Lewis, big hitter. Devastator, Hall of Fame level. Goes without saying. He had a pretty good. He could strip the ball pretty well. I'll come back to that one. So Pursuit was a seeker that we'll put that at a Hall of Fame or a GOAT level for seeker. Sure tackler, GOAT level. Fear tackler reduces fear tackler. Man, I mean, you could create so much chaos in the middle back in the day on ball. In early 2000, you come across the middle, you're getting your head knocked off, especially with a guy like Ray Lewis. Yeah, fear tactic, sure tackler, seeker, devastator, 100%. Those are Hall of Fame level attributes. Reduce receivers catch in traffic, force field, tackle rating when engaged with a blocker, wrangler, attempting to tackle, ball carrier could just perform an elusive skill move. Yeah, wrangler has to be up there. And increased probability of tackle ball performed. I want to get determined to a Hall of Fame. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking, crew. For GOAT level, Devastator, Fear Tactic, Seeker, and Sure Tackler. Devastator, he could lay the hit. He could lay the wood, man. He's a massive hitter. Fear Tactic, because if somebody came across the middle, they were getting rerouted and they were getting flattened. 100%, goes without saying, that guy would destroy you, melt you. Seeker, wherever the ball is, he's going to go get the ball. Seeker at a Hall of Fame or at a GOAT level. Sure tackler. You're not getting past that dude. 6'1", 250? Ray Lewis? Nah, not in his prime. You ain't getting past him. All those are GOAT level. Hall of Fame level. We have Wrangler. So Wrangler and Determined. So Determined is the tackle ball carrier that performs a power run skill. I had to get this one to Hall of Fame level because, man, who are the backs that he went against those times? I'm thinking like the New York Giants. They have some heavy backs. We had the Patriots. I'm trying to think of all the teams that were like hot during that time. Oakland was freaking, yeah. So Determined, if you're going heads with him, I mean, he's not getting trucked so that I can think of. So if he's going heads with you, it's either going to level out or he's going to blow through you. So Determined has to be at a Hall of Fame level for me. And Wrangler increases the tackle rating when attempting to tackle the ball character just performed an elusive move. If he's on you, you're going down no matter what. Just going to rip you down by your neck, take you out of the game. Hall of Fame level. GOAT level 4 for Devastator, Fear Tactic Seeker, Sure Tackler. Hall of Fame level for Determined and Wrangler. And that's it. So we have the Ray Lewis build, crew. It says you have built a supreme backbreaker, proficient tackler, pure lane stuffer, and pure speedster. Suggested positions, it just has that right now, but we know he's a middle linebacker. He's a middle linebacker at 6'1", 250, and on offense, his assignment is a role player. On defense, his assessment is a superstar, and that'll do it for this build of Ray Lewis, crew. I want to know your thoughts. That was a fun build, man. It was nostalgic for me because I just remember Ray Lewis as an absolute monster on the field. Not only from like the pregame warmups where he started like, oh, the dog's in the house, you know, like all that pregame stuff, man. Like that guy is an absolute legend in the game for the energy they put in the game, the passion, like something about that old school generation where I grew up in football, where you could play the game and not be fearful of getting penalties for making a play on the ball, separating the receiver from the ball, coming across the middle and just decapitating people. New age football, I mean, I watch it, but man, it's really watered down compared to back in the day when I was playing and when I watched guys like Ray Lewis play, Ed Reed, those type of individuals, Brian Urlacher. It was a different brand of ball where, man, you had to be a freaking dog, and it was a fun time to watch football, crew. So that's gonna do it for this build of Ray Lewis. Where did you like? Did you like how I built him? Did you hate how I built him? I want to know in the comments below, crew. How would you do him differently? And if you have any suggestions, or you want to see any other builds in this one, let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing your feedback on this, as always, crew. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification, all that good stuff. We'll be back for another video here on ESG Football 24, and I just can't wait for this game to drop. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll get some info, crew, for you and see when this one's going to drop, like get an absolute date or even like a beta, a release and all that stuff. And when we do, I'm going to play it. We might even stream it, crew, so we'll figure it all out. But I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out these videos as always. And check everything we have going in the descriptions below that we have on QSN. We have our gaming gummies on qsn.gg. So check it out over there. And the reason I started QSN is to help gamers become healthy in their life, crew. It's all about performing better so we can do what we love the most, which is playing video games. And having a healthy lifestyle facilitates that. We'll catch you on the next video. Always stay laser focused on your dreams and your vision. And remember that you're in control. Love you, crew. Peace.